Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Good evening, I'm Kelly Somm. Tonight, Bruce Strickler, President and CEO of Northern California Farm Credit, tells all.
Take 4. This is after a couple beers and a couple shots in the wine jug. Hopefully I'll get through it without crying. You know, when I started thinking about this, I thought of a speech I had to give for my first big farm credit meeting. And I started with this joke. And it's kind of even apropos today. I feel like a mosquito in a nudist colony. I know what's got to be done, I'm just not sure where to start. But I'd like to start by thanking everybody that came to show me off. Because I'm doing this after the toast and the stories, I hope Stella's still in the room and hasn't run out in embarrassment. I have friends and co-workers from all over the state. People who I've known since the 6th grade, high school, and my college days at Cal Poly. The two from Poly are two of the smartest guys I know. The one from high school, on the other hand, was my vice president of the D for Done Club that I started in high school. There's also two people here, Rex and Dorothy Livingston. They're my adopted parents. They're also here to prove that there are at least two people in this room that are older than me. I'd like to thank all the people that come from far away. There are people here from Washington, Utah, and Colorado, and even a couple of Okies. You need to talk to them. They're really funny to listen to. I even invited 3 or 4 attorneys and one director from Colusa Glen Farm Credit. This is to prove that I truly believe in diversity and inclusion. Folks, it's been a great run. For those of you who knew me 40, 45 years ago, who'd have thought I'd have been a banker, much less the CEO of a bank? But Farm Credit's my kind of bank. Our owners and borrowers are the best, most down-to-earth people there are. This leads to employees that are the same way. You're my kind of people. I've known some of the co-workers for more than 37 years, while others of you weren't even born when I started. And when I talk about co-workers, I mean all of you, no matter what bank or association you came from. No matter where or when our paths are crossed, if I've any success, it is because of the hard work, dedication, and loyalty you have all shown me in the Farm Credit system. I consider you friends, and I thank you all. We are joined tonight by both past and present directors. Some of them were with me during the 80s when things weren't that great. Others who came later have enjoyed some of the best times we've ever seen. But through it all, the good and the bad, you have always supported me and given me the freedom to run the association the best way I see fit. While it's not always been easy, I truly thank you. The trust that you've given me is greatly appreciated. And last but not least, the borrowers. I couldn't invite them all, but I'm sure all of you will will join me in thanking them. The farmer and ranch borrowers of the farm credit system are what makes it great. A great place to work and a great place to borrow. Darn, almost forgot the family. While most of you only had to deal with me 40 or 50 hours a week, my poor families had to endure me 24/7. Being a little rough around the edges and not the most politically correct person, I'm sure you can imagine some of the challenges they've had to endure. While this party marks the end of this Strickler's time with Farm Credit, you're stuck with a couple more. My son Shane is a borrower. My daughter Beth, an employee. Not sure who will be around the longest, but knowing Shane, he'll probably borrow a lot longer than Beth will work. And my wife Stella. She's been with me for more than 42 years. And this alone makes her a candidate for sainthood. She's also been my fashion advisor. I want to thank her for all the help she's given me in picking out all those suits and ties I've worn in the years. I'm going to miss it. I'll miss the job. But the part I'll miss most are the people. Many of you asked what I'm going to do in retirement, so join me on a little tour.
Well, here's the tour of the big boys' toys. This is my 57 Chevy pickup. I wanted one of these since I was in high school. Problem is I had to wait till I got older and afford one. Now this one's on steroids compared to those that we had back when I was a kid. I plan on going to a lot of local car shows, sitting around with old guys, talking about all those fast cars and fast women we knew of our youth. It's going to be a lot of fun. I figure if I wax it once a month, I'll have about 120, 150 coats of wax on it before I'm too old to drive it anymore. Plan to have a lot of fun. Next, Big Red. Shane and I are partners on this. It's a 67 442. He plans to take it to local car shows. I, on the other hand, am going to cruise Maine on Saturday night with Stella. And if Stella doesn't want to go, I'll go by myself and see if I can pick up some chicks. This is the one I'll probably spend most time in. This is a squirrel taxi. This rig has had more squirrels shot off of it and coyotes shot off of it than most of you have ever seen. If you don't believe me, just ask Larry Mello or Roger Lindbergh, my hunting partners. You know they wouldn't lie. Between March and June of every year, I'll be up in the alfalfa fields of Northern California. The base camp is the Golden Eagle Motel in Doris, California. Stop by and say hello. This is my last purchase. Yeah, I had to buy the vehicle, the boots, the shovel for my new job. Most of you don't know this, but starting this spring, I'll be starting a new career. The title's so long, I gotta read it. I will be the Senior Vice President of Water Distribution and Penetration for Strickler Livestock. Long name, short pay. Years ago, a director told me that if I was getting paid more than his head irrigator, I was getting paid too much. I'm glad he didn't know about Shane's pay scale, or I'd be retiring on food stamps. Don't tell Shane, but he's about to get a real-life lesson in how it is to deal with difficult employees. A couple more stops, and then we're done. This is something I picked up at the Red Bluff Bull Sale last year. This is my new retirement swing. So if you stop by and I'm done waxing, done shooting, and hopefully done irrigating, you can stop by, have a cup of coffee, cold beer, cocktail. Depends on what time you come by. If you want to stay all day, we'll have all three. Also behind me is my new Traeger grill. Some of the recipes I'm going to try take 6 hours. And that's one thing I'm going to enjoy in retirement, is plenty of time to do whatever I want and whatever day I want, not just the weekends. Thanks for the tour. One more stop. Remember, make good loans to good people. All the rest of that crap will take care of itself. See you down the road. Remember, make good loans to good people. All the rest of that crap will take care of itself. See you down the road.
Bomba-dee-da, 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 bomba-dee-da,
until
bomba-dee-da,
we meet
bomba-dee-da,
again.
bomba-dee-da,
Happy trails to you.
bomba-dee-da, bomba-dee-da,
Keep smiling until then.
Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.